You know, we in the diaspora, we're doing good. We have good life. We care about you. That's why we talk. We give you an example. We try to expose some of those lunatics that are ruling your country. One way or another, even you were 75 years under communist regime. We were doing perfectly okay. In fact, we were doing better. We were building school for ourselves, university. Now we don't have anything. We're just concentrating on you. But one way or another, you fail or you succeed doesn't affect us. But we care this little Armenia, we call it a country. We care about you. We have no stake when we say anything. We want you to succeed. Look, we gave you all those examples. Greece had lunatic like you have. They had those populists. They had those socialists. They bankrupt the country. Then they find this guy, the new prime minister. He not only built the economy, built the military, built alliance. Anybody who was against Turkey went in there, created alliance. And now the richest guy, billionaire Bloomberg, saying, "Oh, all the investment now going back to Greece." That's what you need. People with intelligence, with higher education, with people done something in their life, success. Not a lunatic like Pashinyan. This guy has a psychological problem. The way he talks, you could see it. He has no background in anything, no experience, except the street, jails. You need people like Greek Prime Minister. That's why I say professional government. I met Pashinyan. I asked him questions. He never asks you a question. He dances around and he takes you back to the former government. Everything he talks, it's a former government. He doesn't even remember that he is the prime minister. I met the wife. The wife, when I met them, she was so smart, talked nicely, intelligently. I told her, I said, you know what, how about the revolution in Pashinyan house? She said, what revolution? I said, well, we make you the prime minister, bring your husband home. She said, no, he's doing good. I said, because he's a controversial. I mean, you know, she's very nice. I wanted to say he's an idiot, but I didn't. You know, you have to respect people, you know. I told her, you need a professional people like Greek prime minister. You see, now Turkey is begging Egypt to have a relationship because Egypt built its economy, built its military, you know, and Turkey now wants to be friends. With Israel, the same thing. You have to build your strength. Even in business, I succeeded in business because I tried to build a strong technology background. So when you go to customers, you can offer something. You cannot do a business from weak points or going saying, you know, well, you know, I was at the street, so I just started this business. It doesn't work. People want result. The reason we say military, because that's the only trusted institution in Armenia. Nobody trusts our politicians. You know, think about it. You make snap election 12th day and you have 25 parties. How do you expect Armenian to figure out those things? It's impossible. They're giving people like 25 different apples, give them 1 minute, say choose one. Well, you just have to guess. So we care about you. Get rid of these lunatics. He has a psychological problem. He has a mental problem from childhood. He has no experience, no background. I will never hire him for any job. Find professionals to run your country. Your country is divided. You cannot solve your problem politically because politically you are so paralyzed. Impossible. You need a professional government. You need military takeover. And that is your solution. Following this, we have put together a presentation for you explaining why Egyptian solution to Armenian problem, why military solution, why professional business, why we believe in Pashinyan. Good chance was recruited by Erdogan based on Egypt experiment. And so please have a look at all of it to the end. And also we appreciate if you share it. Your comment is appreciated. Hello and welcome to Gagrule.net. My name is Wally Sarkisian. Egypt, Armenia, two revolutions, one man behind it. Identical revolution, identical characters, violent characters, a dictator behind it. So let's go through it. Egypt, Erdogan recruited Morsi. For years, 10 years more, in the street, protest, jail, out of jail, in jail, out of jail. Eventually there are revolution, like Armenians, in the street. All Egypt joined. Same message, corrupt government, like Armenian revolution, corrupt government. Like Armenian, we believe now, after analyzing and seeing all what is from the Artsakh war, and now we believe Pashinyan was recruited exactly like Morsi by Erdogan. And Pashinyan was recruited more than 10 years ago. That's why Pashinyan's job was to blackmail the government, as the government is corrupt. Exactly what Morsi was saying. Same message. Morsi and Pashinyan. And both of them were blackmailing the government, the former government. I'm not here defending Armenian government because every government is corrupt. If you believe there's a government not corrupt, please let me know. But you don't do revolution because the government corrupt. Israel is the most corrupt government. 2-3 prime ministers end up in jail, but they didn't do revolution. So revolution comes from outside. Only time you have revolution in your country when there are outside forces. Revolution doesn't happen because one guy decided, oh, I'm going to overthrow the government. It comes from outside. Every revolution comes from outside. So Morsi comes power, get elected. They do election, get elected overwhelmingly. International government recognize, transparency international recognize. But what happened is Egypt had intelligent military with a very intelligent general, Sisi. He knew this one, Erdogan was behind it. Egypt, like Armenians, have suffered from the Turks for hundreds of years. They were occupied by the Turks. They knew that. They didn't forget that. So Egypt knew it. He took over. He arrested those criminals, Morsi and others, throw them in jail. But something I forgot to mention, you see, there is so much copy Egypt revolution in Armenian, and sometimes you don't know even where to start. Like, for example, when they overthrow Egyptian government, the Hosni Mubarak, well, the guy was old, he was sick, and they throw him in jail. You see here, and he even had cancer or something. They were just like how Pashinyan did. They were dragging, he was in jail, they were dragging him to court on his bed. Imagine that, on his bed, in and out, and they couldn't find anything in there. They didn't. And that's same thing happened in Armenia. They jailed Kocharia. They drug him from jail to jail. They drug him to court. They changed the court. They changed the judges. They sent their thug in there to try to things. They couldn't find anything because in Kocharian case, they were not doing it for corruption. Pashinyan was trying to implicate him with Pashinyan crime, which in a few minutes will show you that. See? The same thing. They're all doing it step by step by Erdogan instruction. The British and the Turks are great in overthrowing governments. Do you know how many times the British tried to overthrow Saddam Hussein? They couldn't. 35 years, 35 times. This is how those evil empire, Turkey and British do. So in Morsi's situation, again, the only country condemned Morsi was Turkey. See? You see here? Turkey condemned Egypt coup. The Prime Minister Erdogan, juntas, Justice and Development Party has strongly denounced Mohamed Morsi ouster. Do you see that? They condemned him. And same thing, when Pashinyan went on, because of the generals asked him to resign, he went on. The whole media was covering, Armenian PM Pashinyan accused army of attempted coup. A letter turned to attempted coup. And, it was all over the news. See? Here is when Turkey condemned. Erdogan was the first. Imagine this. See, here's what it says. Turkey condemned Armenian army for calling PM resignation. Resignation. And, you go on and on. You could read. I mean, just all you have to do is just Google it. You could see all this stuff. So imagine, in Armenian situation specifically, Turkey just 1 week before was massacring Armenians. And then 1 week later, because Pashinyan said there is coup d'etat, they condemned the military. Go figure out. When I say I believe that Turkey, Erdogan, is behind Pashinyan for last 10, 15 years, they recruit them to blackmail the government. And that's the same thing they did in Egypt. This was Erdogan false flag operation. We know that. This is how Erdogan did on himself. He created fake coup d'etat. And imagine in Erdogan's situation, the F-16 was bombing near the palace, but not the palace. Near the parliament, but not the parliament. Near where Erdogan vacationing, but not the hotel. And the two jets were going over Erdogan motorcade. They ran out of gas and they went back. All this lie. This guy is a mother of false flag operation. Supposedly there was curfew, the bridge was closed, the airport was closed, no plane was taking and landing. Suddenly Erdogan come and land in airport, and suddenly the CNN Turks was there to do FaceTime and to call these people 2 a.m, and suddenly there were thousands of people in the street. Those people were not asleep. They were just waiting for this. This guy Erdogan, I've been following from 2000. He is an evil guy. As you could see now, he's trying to repair his crime with Egypt, with Israel, with everybody. They commit the crime, and then they try to fix it until they get back to their crime again. So this is why we say Pashinyan was recruited by Erdogan, exactly like how they did with Morsi. So we're showing this stuff so that you see it. You could go read it, find out yourself. So military is the solution to get rid of Pashinyan. Here is we show you a little bit the Pashinyan crime that he committed against the Armenian nation in 2008, so that you have an idea. This guy was recruited a long time ago to blackmail Armenian government to cause problem. Okay?
Ճանապարհը փակեցինք։ Կոորդինատորները ասեցին պիտի ամբողջությամբ փակենք տեղանքը, ու հենց այստեղ սկսվեց խուժանությունը։ Սկսեց այն, ինչից հետո մեզ բոլորիս կարելի էր բերման ենթարկել բռնի ուժի կիրառմամբ ու քրեական գործեր հարուցել։ Սկսեցինք հափշտակել մարդկանց մեքենաները, փաստացի մարդկանց գույքը գողանալ եւ վնասել։ Հիմնականում երթուղային ավտոբուսներ, բեռնատարներ։ Այդ մեքենաները հափշտակողներից մեկն էլ ես եմ, ցավոք սրտի։ Այսինքն ես չեմ վարել, բայց մասնակցել եմ կանգնեցնելու եւ վարորդներին դուրս շպրտելու գործում։ Այս ամենը դեռ ցերեկը, ոստիկանների մեծ կուտակում դեռ չկար։ Խաղաղ ցույց։ Ցերեկվա կողմ VAZ-2110 մակնիշի մեքենա եկավ, մուգ ապակիներով, որի ետևից դուրս պրծավ Նիկոլ Փաշինյանը, բարձրացավ Միասնիկյանի արձանի բեմ, եթե կարելի այսպես ասել, ու սկսեց կարգադրություններ անել։ Ինձանից մոտ 10-20 մետր հեռավորության վրա։ Հա, մինչ Փաշինյանի գալը ժողովուրդը արդեն ոստիկանական գազել էր գողացել, որը եկել էր բարձրախոսով, հորդորում էր ցրվել եւ գնալ տներով։ Փաշինյանը նախ իր ուրախությունը հայտնեց դրա հետ կապված, այնուհետ կարգադրեց զինվել ով ինչով կարա։
Մենք հիմքեր ունենք պնդելու, որ այդ ճշտամական գործողությունները կկրկնվեն։ Ոստի ես ձեզնից յուրաքանչյուրին կոչ եմ անում ունենալ ձեռքին ինչ-որ բան ինքնապաշտպանությունը կազմակերպելու համար։ Կլինի փայտ, կլինի քար, չգիտեմ։
Մինչև ես ամբողջի միջով հասա մեքենային, այն արդեն վառվում էր։ Իսկ թե վարորդի հետ ինչ եղավ, խնդրեմ։
There is one guy in Armenia should be put on trial, this Karapet, Karen Karapetyan, because he went release him, this criminal from jail, knowingly he was a criminal. In 2008, they were put him in jail for 7 years, and then they give amnesty. He served only 2 years, and then he goes in a hiding. This should have been in jail. When someone is a criminal, is always criminal. And then, as you could see, he put this fake bandage on that his fingers were cut. All is lie. This was Armenia's black day. This is where Armenian Turkification started. Do you see his crime? Do you see how he was burning cars, telling people, get the stones, get the wood? You know, he was on agenda to destroy Armenia. Pashinyan didn't do a revolution in 2018. So I want Armenia to understand this, that both revolution was from external. And both was Turkey behind it. Turkey spent billions on the intelligence. Turkey and British, those two evil empires, they still exist. Every empire was destroyed, but these two exist because of their intelligence services. Every problem in the world, either British behind it or the Turks are behind it. As you could see how Turk is screwing up in Middle East everywhere. He was a friend of Bashar Assad. Remember what he did? He went in there and he destroyed the country. He hired the people violent people from Syria and train them and send them in. Been 10 years killing, murdering the Syrians. Here is Armenians in diaspora, in particular in US. Multiple organizations lobbying every day, even now, to free Armenian POWs, to punish Azerbaijani crime. And guess what? This Turkish agent Pashinyan is out there secretly trying to meet Erdogan, Armenia's arch enemy, trying to make a deal with them. Yes, go figure that out. Armenians around the world lobbying their governments to free the POW, punish Azerbaijan for the crime they committed. Turkish agent Pashinyan is out there trying to establish friendship with Armenia's arch enemy. Go figure that out. So this is what we're saying is Armenian people must unite, ask, consent the military to take over. Arrest Pashinyan and his thugs, throw them in jail, interrogate them, find out who was behind this war, what happened, all that stuff. Because we all know this war was planned, designed by Erdogan and Pashinyan to fail. See what Pashinyan is doing is playing the psychological warfare on Armenian people. They don't realize what Pashinyan is doing, like Azerbaijan coming in the border, attacking, not doing anything. We're gonna do peace, all that stuff. This is a psychological warfare against Armenian people. You see, he making to sound like Armenia has no military. They lost all military, gone, no military. Is though entire Armenian military was the 4,000 people was killed and the 10,000 disabled. That's all. The 15,000 was Armenian military. That's how he's projecting on Armenian people that we don't have military. The only choice is that we have to make peace. We have to open the borders with Turkey, with Azerbaijan, and raise our hand. And that is what he's trying to do. It's a psychological warfare on Armenian people. You have to understand, Armenian people, what this guy doing to you. You cannot fight enemy outside if you have enemy inside. We know how the war developed. He was giving misinformation to military, disorganizing the military to lose the war. It was designed to fail. He goes in there, wait until Azerbaijan comes to sushi. Then he goes secretly, think about this, secretly sign capitulation without consulting with the parliament, with the president, with even his own foreign minister. Everything he does secretly, this guy. Think of this. Look at those idiots. The ruler of Armenia today are all people from the street. And those street protesters are going to go negotiate a peace treaty with these two ruthless dictators. Just think, I just want you to think that. Street protesters, no experience, no diplomatic experience, no military experience, nothing. They're going to go negotiate peace treaty with these two ruthless dictators. Think about that. That's impossible. This was all planned. Armenians are disenchanted with all these political parties. They really don't trust anybody. This is why I am saying Armenia has the same problem as Egypt. They have to ask their military, beg and give consent, not coup d'etat, to take over the government, establish a commission. The commission will look and find the most qualified, intelligent, smart Armenian people around the world, bring them set up a professional government to run, to stabilize the economy, create new economy, build the military, and put those thugs in the military tribunal, find out what happened. They don't. They need a professional government. And military sit aside, watch and monitor, help the government, the new government, to establish. This is only solution. This guy has to be removed. He's not there in the interest of Armenians. Don't let them fool you. That's all BS. He doesn't chonares. It's only one person he chonares is Erdogan. That's his boss. If you don't understand this, just look at Egypt. They knew. This guy, he knew Erdogan was behind it. But Armenian people, even though they suffered millions of Armenian massacred by the Turks, they want to open the border. Now let's talk about opening border. What is Armenians' intention is of opening border? Armenia has such a strong economy, they're going to sell their product in Turkey? Or is Turkey is going to bring the cheap product, dump it in Armenia, destroy Armenian economy? What is their attention? What is the free opening the borders going to do? If you have economy, if you have a good product, you have 80 million Iran right there. You have Georgia. You're selling already to Russia 100 million people. Why do you need Turkey? What is the reason you need Turkey beside Pashinyan Turkish dream? There is nothing. You don't need to open the border with this criminal regime. You know they are Armenia's enemy, been Armenian enemy for years. They just came and slaughtered, massacred your own soldiers. And next day you're going there saying we'll do peace, opening the border, communication, corridors. What is wrong with you guys, Armenian? Why are you stuck with the losers? This guy, today, he's making more money than ever he made in his life. He accomplished zero in his life. He was journalist making $200-300. Now he make $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. Do you Armenians make now as much as Pashinyan make?
Չենք լինելու աղքատ, մենք մեր ոտերի տակ տրորելու ենք մեր աղքատությունը, ջարդ ու փշուր ենք անելու մեր աղքատությունը, մենք ապրելու ենք ասած երջանիկ, հզոր բարեկեցիկ Հայաստանում։
Ապրանքները բավականին թանկացած են, ժողովուրդը եկամուտ չունի, աշխատանք չունի, աշխատավարձ չունի, ապրելը շատ դժվարացել է։
Սակարաբազա ձեթա կարակամ ինչ-տ թանկացել։
Ստացած աշխատավարձներով կամ թոշակներով անհնար է ապրել, այսպես
ժողովուրդը դե ինչ են ստանում, բոլորն էլ ծերին չեն հասնում, մի կերպ ապրում են էլի, օրինակ ես թոշակառու մարդ եմ, այդքան չերես-չոր բաներ ես չեմ կարող առնի թանկ բաներ։
երրորդ տարին, չորրորդ տարին մի հատ թոշակ չեն բարձրացնում, 30,000-ով հնարավոր է ապրել։
Look at the luxury life he lived. He and his family. He's taking care of his family, not you. He's by now a millionaire. And he was complaining the former government, they were corrupt. Look at his salary now. He never made as much as money he's making now. In other countries, people give up their $1 million job, their business, to go in the government, help the government. This idiot came in government to make money. He and his thugs, those thugs, to make money. Every one of those making more money today than they were making before revolution. Ask yourself, Armenian, do you make as much as money as Pashinyan make? So I thought he came revolution to help you. How could someone help you? He's helping himself and his family. I mean, Can you think a little bit, Armenians, that this guy is not there for you? He's already millionaire. All this bodyguard and luxury life, planes and Mercedes. Do you live that life? So what did you gain? From one corrupt government to another corrupt? What did you gain? You need military takeover. You need a professional government. Egyptian revolution, Egyptian solution has to be applied to Armenian problem. Removing this street protester from the power, and the military must intervene. And only you could do, Armenians. You could ask and consent the military to take over, create a professional government to help Armenia. This guy opening border with Turkey or communication corridors with Azerbaijan ain't gonna solve you. Enemy is enemy. This enemy didn't happen yesterday. This enemy been there for hundreds of years. So here is your problem, Armenia. Somehow you do not like smart people. Look, this man, Rafi Hovhannisyan, he and his family, you cannot get more Armenian than their family. The guy take his family from luxury life of Los Angeles. He had law firm. In the most difficult time of Armenia, he moved into Armenia while some of you Armenians were packing and leaving. He came to help. The only thing you allowed him to do was foreign minister. He ran for president, prime minister, even mayor. I was there, was running. You guys said, no, we want stupid people. That's your problem. This is why I'm insisting that you need professional government. Because you keep electing stupid people. A Pashinyan, no education, street protester, from jail to jail. You guys loved it. Just like Russians loved Stalin. No education, nothing. From broken family like Pashinyan. What is wrong with you guys? This guy, very intelligent, smart guy, but you didn't give him a chance. But he might be too old, probably is not interested. Here is what they interviewed him when he said, listen to it.
Քաղաքական ղեկավարության մեջ պետք է լինի փոփոխություն իր մեջ իր մատուցման մեջ անցյալին չեմ ուզում վերադառնալ բարձրաց պիտի ասեն որ նոյեմբեր 9-ից հետո նվազագույնը պետք է լիներ փոփոխություն անցերից վերացած 9-ից հետո նոյեմբեր 9-ից հետո պետք է լիներ փոփոխություն այս վիճակում պիտի չլիներ ընտրություն ես գիտեմ որ անցած գնացած բաներ են սրան դեկտեմբերյան բանավոր պայմանավորվածությունից հետո մանավանդ որ բերեց այս վիճակում Սյունիքում սրանք բաներ են որ ուղղակի պիտի ունենան շարունակություն եթե առաջ կչառնենք դե ինչպես սա կարող ենք փոխել եթե այս որոշումների գայացման մեխանիզմը չփոխվի
So you heard that, and we're receiving lots of this kind of information that intelligent Armenian people around the world are questioning, are saying, how could we rely on this lunatic? This has, after the war, these things has to be changed. Yeah, there is still those supporters of Pashinyan, but they don't even think. They don't look this guy background. Please do that. Please, Armenia need a smart revolution, not brainwash. So we presented to you all the details why Armenians need to follow Egyptian solution. So it's up to you. We report, you decide. So please share this with your friends. And if you could translate to Armenian, that would be great either, too. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.